Hello Gemini, welcome to a mid-August reading. Thanks for joining me. My name is Michelle and this is for Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Let's get started. I want to start with the Divine Circus Oracle. Gemini, you've pulled the card of the Guest of Honor. So it seems like someone is welcoming you in here, perhaps from a long time of being that lone wolf, that outsider, if you will. Someone who has considered themselves the outsider, I feel. It's more a choice for you, Gemini, rather than something that you have suffered through. So it's a very independent spirit around this card, but there's a feeling around it as well of recognizing that you can't do everything alone, or maybe you just don't want to anymore. Maybe you do want to come in here back to a sense of community, back to a sense of partnership. Let's see where that goes, Gemini. It could be you, it could be someone around you. Now, the energy of the person that is around you, remember this can flip, is the bee goddess from the Mystic Sisters. So when you think of bees, of course, you think that they don't do anything as an individual. They work as a harmonious team, really. They are an insect that has to work together in order to achieve their goal. So there's a feeling here of one person being that lone wolf, used to doing their own thing. The other person wanting to welcome them into the fold here and have this sense of harmony. Could be maybe moving in together, making a commitment. Now the energy above this is from the Earth Magic Oracle, the card of Whale. Now you'll see this whale here, he's in the middle of a breach. And he has this sense of joy, this sense of, well, it's an awe-inspiring sight really when you see an animal as big as this have this kind of a joyous freedom. So there's a feeling of release around this card. So I'm wondering if this is a release in terms of not wanting to join together with another person, seeing it as too constrictive, or it could also be a breach in terms of freedom from a restriction, something that has been keeping perhaps you, Gemini, from wanting that long-term commitment. So we'll see where this goes. I'm going to put this to one side and let's take a look. I'm going to be using the 78 Tarot for your reading here, and it's quite an interesting deck actually. It's a Carnival deck. It's a very pretty deck. Very pretty deck. So let's get started. They're quite big cards actually. They're a little bit hard to shuffle, but they're worthwhile. Let's start first with the energy of the person that you're dealing with here, Gemini. What they bring to the table when it comes to you. Their flaw. How they feel about you. How you feel about them. The strengths of the relationship. The weakness. The potential for a healthy relationship crossed by any roadblock to that, and the outcome. Okay, let's take a look. The Fool. All right, that's their energy. And you know, it's funny because with this card of Guest of Honor, being that lone wolf, being that outsider, I definitely see the Fool, how it fits in with this kind of loner mentality. Someone doing their own thing, someone operating outside of society and the norms. I'll put that in quote of what is normal, because you know it depends on your outlook, of course. But what I'm getting here is this sense of freedom, the sense of, for some it's a card of travel, someone who is hard to pin down, they're constantly on the move. For others, it's more just a sense of wanting to know they have the option. Just the idea of being restricted or being controlled by someone. The Fool can rebel against that kind of energy. So Gemini, it seems that it's either you or the other person here that has that spirit about them. A little bit of the rebel. Now, what they bring to the table when it comes to you, Gemini, we've got the High Priestess in the reverse. Okay. So what I'm getting here is a sense of mystery. It's the unattainable. You know, if you think of, and we could be talking about a woman here, but we don't have to be. But when someone has that air of hard to get, playing hard to get, then that just makes people want them more. So it's that kind of feeling that we have here. Now, whether or not they're doing this on purpose, I don't think that they are. I get the sense more that though this is just who they are. They're not interested in settling down. They seem to be more focused on doing their own thing at the moment and rebelling against society in terms of what may be expected of them, especially when it comes to family. So there's an energy around this person of the unattainable, the unachievable person, which of course, Gemini, would just make you want that person more. Now the floor, the Knight of Pentacles in the upright. Now this could be someone around them that they are also dealing with an earth sign. There could be a third person involved here. But it doesn't have to be. It may just be a sense here, Gemini, that it's hard to have this person focus on achieving a goal. They are someone who does not like to be seen as staid, or someone who is more practically minded. I get a wildness of spirit around you, Gemini, or around this other person. So there's a feeling here with this Knight of Pentacles of taming, wanting to tame. But I don't think that you can with this person. And the fact that you may be, if I'm speaking to the person here that is not the Fool energy, not the loner energy, then you might be wanting to tame this person. You might be someone here who wants this person to join you on this journey here. Now, I normally like the Knight of Pentacles, so it kind of is a very difficult energy when it's seen as a flaw, because normally this kind of thing in a relationship is seen as good, you know, someone that is loyal, trustworthy. But I don't feel this person can be that person. Okay, let's see how they're viewing you. We've got the World in reverse. So it tells me that this isn't over, that this is still some story left before the book closes on this love affair or this relationship. So I'm getting that they don't want this to be over. They see it as something continuing. But at the same time, I get the sense that they are really wanting things to remain as they are, not wanting any major change. Now, how you are viewing them, we've got the Two of Swords in the reverse. So you know you have to make a choice here, a difficult decision, to stay with this person, even if they can't commit to you, or free yourself from that if you are someone here who is focused on having a relationship that is meant to last. I feel like I'm talking to someone here, Gemini, who is wanting this person to settle down with them, either marry them or move in with them. And this person is vacillating, sitting on the fence, giving you mixed signals. But underneath it all, I feel that they are someone with this independent streak, and it runs deep. So it's going to be very hard for this person to settle in one place, in one relationship, and focus on that. Some kind of underlying thing there, which hopefully we'll get into in the deeper read in part 2. So if this is resonating, make sure you join me in the extended. The link for that is below. But let's continue. We'll look at the strengths between you two. The 7 of Wands in reverse. Okay. Gemini, this person gets under your skin. They know your weaknesses, so they know what to press to get you to do their bidding. Remember, it seems like this person likes to call the shots. I get this is someone who likes to be in control. They don't like people to control them. That's why they have this kind of detachment, or this come here, go away kind of energy, this hot and cold, keeping you guessing. But they know that you have a weakness towards them, and so they know that they can work on that. Now, the weakness between you two is the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. So yes, you really want to get something going here. You want something to grow, to go to that next level. You want to work together with this person to achieve an end result: success, prosperity, marriage, fulfillment, happiness. But they're not taking you up on that offer. They don't put the work in. They seem a little laissez-faire with the idea of moving forward with this. Very ambivalent kind of energy that I'm getting around this person, but that drives you crazy as well. A lot of tension, kind of high sensual tension I'm feeling around this reading. Now, Gemini, as potential, we have the Page of Wands. The roadblock is the Queen of Cups in the upright. Okay, well, I do feel with the Page of Wands there that this is something that is very passionate. And you are the one here that is mainly the one that is taking the lead in terms of enthusiastically moving this along, wanting to move this to that next level. This other person, though, I get is quite immature. You would like them to be this Queen of Cups, this mature partner, someone who is emotionally giving, emotionally mature, emotionally available. But I feel like this person is not there. There's something within them that is restrictive. That's why I get this card of breach, that they need to break away from this restriction before they can have a mature, grown-up, responsible relationship. This person is still very much this Page of Wands energy, this more youthful, hey, let's go and do something crazy kind of thing. Very spontaneous energy around them. So there's potential, but they would have to grow, they would have to mature. Now the outcome is you here, Gemini. I've got you as the King of Swords, but you could be a female. Making a choice, making a decision, needing to step into your power here. And your power is, of course, logic, reason, communication as well, truth. And also I get an energy around this of doing the right thing. Someone who does the right thing not only for yourself but for people around you. Acting with good judgment. So you're going to be called to muster up all of your King of Swords energy here and decide, make a decision, which is going to be a tough one, because I feel you don't want to let this person go. But if they can't be on board with you making this change, then I feel that you are going to be forced to make some kind of determination here, Gemini. Right, so let's continue this. We'll continue this in the extended. I'm going to draw the cards though first, so stick around with me and we'll see what we will be talking about in the extended version. So let's see where this goes. We'll see what we will be talking about in the extended version. Now for you, I'll be using the Waite deck. For the other person, I'll be using the Hanson deck. Now you have the Queen of Swords at the bottom of your deck. So again, not putting up with any rubbish here or BS. There's a sense of laying down the law here, being very sure of the type of person and the type of life that you want to lead, and not accepting less than your worth, or not accepting less than you feel you are worth. Now the Five of Wands is at the bottom of their deck, so there seems to be bringing the conflict. So let's see. We'll start with what you have brought to this situation in the past, Gemini. The Nine of Wands in reverse. So there's that weakness, letting down your guard. Where you currently stand, you have the Emperor in reverse. Where you hope to be in the future, you've got the Moon card. How are you viewing this person? We've got the King of Wands in the reverse. The doubts and fears, the Eight of Wands. Let's take a look at your challenge, the Lovers in reverse. And the outcome here is the Hierophant in the reverse. Okay. Now let's take a look at the other person. And we'll start with what they have brought to this situation in the past. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Where they currently stand is the Magician. Let's see where they hope to stand with this in the future. Fool in reverse. How they are viewing you, the Ten of Pentacles. The hopes and fears of this person, rather. Temperance in reverse. The challenge for them is the Page of Wands, and the outcome, the Hermit in reverse. Okay, so we'll look at this in part 2. If this is resonating, please join me there. The link will be below in the descriptions box, and that will be available on the Vimeo channel. It'll be about another 30 to 40 minute reading, so I do hope that you join me. I'll be pulling out a lot more clarifiers and also going into some oracles to see where you can take this for the future. So I hope to see you in part 2. If you would like a personal reading, you can email me, gypsyinsights@gmail.com, and that email is also in the box below. So wishing you the best with this one, Gemini. I will see you in part 2, or I will see you soon. Bye for now.